shooting guns with us today. There are two reasons for this. First of all, although they would not take part in a battle, sometimes a woman would have earn enough money to have a responsibility to provide equipment for a fellow and also provide a fellow to represent her at a county muster, where she would have to prove that she had all the wherewithals to send a soldier to war, for there is no standing army. And secondly, these two ladies rather enjoy shooting guns, and none of us have got the courage to tell them they're not allowed to come and join in the display. So you'll notice one other thing this afternoon. It's called Gunner's Grin. As we shoot, bigger, wider smiles occur on our faces because this is the bit we really enjoy. So, are we ready? Present your piece. Hope you're frizzing. Have a care. Give fire. Who was not shot then? So, one gun is not fired. Oh my word. Dickon is going to have to buy the first round. Now, was that a hang fire? I'm going to flash the pan now. You did put gunpowder down there, didn't you? These things have explosive charges in them. We have to be very careful when they don't work. All right. Now we have a tricky situation. As oft times the case. I'll flush that and use the musket on. If we have a charge of gunpowder down a barrel, a bit like when you're told not to play with fireworks and go back to a lit one, we have no other option now but to pour water down the barrel of that gun and take that gun out of the display. A gun that is sat there with a smouldering charge inside is potentially a very dangerous thing, and for your safety, and more to the point ours, we'll stop using this gun for the time being. So I'll talk to you a little of guns and how we use them, how they are loaded, and then we'll fire some more. We have two types of gun in our arsenal. We have larger bore weapons, which we call muskets. Sometimes they might be referred to as arquebus, but the musket is now the term that we will use. These guns, the problem with a musket was the fact that they tended to be all sorts of different sizes. When we talk about the size of a gun, you might be familiar with the term 12 bore. You know this expression, yeah, 12 bore shotgun? Well, 12 bore is where you get 12 bullets from 1 pound of lead. The problem is one gunsmith might make bullet guns that are 12 bore muskets, another fellow would make muskets that were 13 bore, some would be 10 bore, some would be 14 bore, and when you are supplying your soldiers in the field, this makes it very difficult to know how much ammunition, shot and powder you require. So the Queen, grab this one, that's one. When Queen Bess became Queen, she wanted to modernise her army, and one of the first things she did was she insisted upon the fact that more men had guns, they should be cheaper, more affordable to buy, and easier to supply. So instead of a musket which has a much larger bore, she insisted upon the fact that there was a gun called a caliver available, and this is a 20 gauge weapon, a 20 bore weapon. You get 20 shots from your pound of lead. This means you get more shots, and we can use the same bullets for each man who fights with it. Unfortunately, they don't shoot as far and they don't do quite as much damage, so there's a trade-off between one and the other. Many calivers are like the one that Bess is loading here for me with a hook. This caliver is a marksman's weapon and looks akin to a musket, it just has a smaller bore. So this gun and the one that Bess has are both calivers. Then we have muskets, and you can spot a musketeer because they will wear a bandolier of charges around them. A caliver man wears 2 flasks. We usually use measured charges. We know how much is going to go down each gun. Thank thee. But usually when I load this gun, I have a measured charge, and that measure is called sum powder, and that works perfectly well as well. A well-trained soldier